VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for. Champions! Oh, yeah, Steve, champions. How many times you won the league, mate? 5 times. Sunderland have won it 6. I'm taking you back to the old school because I'm an old fool and I'm so cool. How are you doing, everybody? This what? I am Kev Ashford and this is this week's edition of... Woo! Down with that kind of thing. Hope everybody is alright. Since I last spoke on the legendary, not world famous VanCam, Manchester United have took 1 point off Brighton away and West Ham away. Not good enough, man. Simply not good enough. And I'm still pissed off big time about that Brighton match. I mean, Jesus Christ almighty. Do these players know that they're playing for the future? Every time they're given a chance, Martial is starting to get on me tits big time. Cheer up, Tony. Yeah, just cheer up, man. I mean, there's so many players that are being given a chance by Mourinho. Who's that? And they're just not taking it at all. Playing for the futures, they're playing for an FA Cup final place. I think he knows he's 11 anyway. There's nobody that's taught themselves into it off the back of them 2 performances. West Ham again, we need a point, you know, to secure second place. It's almost like Mourinho said, just go out there and get a draw. Don't get beat. You know, coming to the end of the season here, give us something to get excited about. Go out there, win the game. Win it comfortably. It was West Ham. David Moyes is the manager. He's an absolute joke, man. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Them games are in the past now. All that's left for me is to, well, I've introduced myself. What I will say is what is coming up on VanCam. First of all, there's only one place to start. We will fire in and do Fellaini Watch. No, he's probably thought, this guy is really, really bad at his job. We will then do the big VanCam debate. I mean, long term, what is that saying about United? We'll then do Cockstroker of the Week. Look what Man City did. Benjamin Mendy, Kyle Walker, and we'll end with your comments as we do every week. Hope everybody is well. Yeah, after that 1 point from them 2. I mean, 4 points from them. Oh, God, do you know what? Don't even get me started. I tell you, there's one place we will start. Why don't we just crack in with Fellaini Watch? And yeah, let's do Fellaini Watch. Some say that he holds up airport terminals because every time he's going through airport security, the security take half an hour to check through his bushy fro to make sure there's no suspicious devices. All that we know is he's called Fellaini.
McTominay has it for
Great ball in, it's into Fellaini! You are shit! Bushy-headed bastard. Here we go, this is the not world famous Fellaini Watch, where we have a look at the life of Marouane, the bushy-haired Belgium, and just see what he's been at. What was he at? I'll tell you, against Brighton, because that, my friends, was awful. That was dog shit of a performance. And, I mean, dog shit, I mean, I'm probably paying him a compliment. Dog shit probably does come in handy for something, and this man doesn't. He got dragged off the field because he was embarrassing, running around like a pissed-up hippie, and... anyway, he gets taken off, straight down the tunnel he goes. Ooh! You know, hopefully that is the last we see of this knobhead in a Man United shirt, because he's not a United player. I just don't see what he brings to the party. But I told you about a story weeks ago where Marouane was trying to actually sue New Balance, who make his boots, saying that they weren't comfortable, basically that they were making him play shit. And I said back then, a bad workman always blames his tools. And this is exactly what Marouane's trying to do. You know, he knows in his head deep down he's awful at football. So he's tried steaming in there, saying the boots, you know, they're causing him discomfort. That's why he's not playing well. Maybe even get a decent pair of boots. Down with that shit, my bushy-haired friend. You're not even a friend. Anyway, this week it has come out. Marouane Fellaini legal action against sportswear giant New Balance. Thrown out by the High Court judge. Yep, he was trying to sue him for 2.1 million. The lawyer representing New Balance said that Rosalina's claim had no real prospect of success and should be dismissed. I will tell you my thoughts on this. They've dismissed it because the judge is a United fan. Well, you don't even have to be a United fan. Maybe he's just thought, do you know what, I'll watch a couple of videos of this big bushy-haired tit and see, you know, if he's got discomfort and that. He's not. He's probably thought, this guy is really, really bad at his job. And he's trying to blame the boots and pocket 2.1 million in the process. It's not going to happen. Not in my court. And for that reason, it's been dismissed. Fellaini has made himself even more of a dickhead. If that even makes any sense, could you even be anymore? Oh, I don't know. But I tell you one thing, my furry-headed friends. That was Fellaini Watch. That was Fellaini Watch. As always, I always say it, make sure you get commenting and all that shit on the video. And I'm not bullying you into this, but it wouldn't take much out of your time now just to drop a like on the bastard video. Thank you very much. Thank you, please. Next up, we will fly into the big VanCam debate. Do this every week. We run a poll and that just to get your thoughts. Last week it was on the Glazers. We'll get the result of that right now and set this week's question in the big VanCam debate. God, this is getting professional. The big VanCam debate. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Here we are now with the big VanCam debate. Now, last week's debate was on them knobhead American owners of ours, the Glazers. Every single one of them dickheads. But I asked the question and I said, have the Glazers been good for Manchester United? Now, surprisingly, there was a little percentage of people who said, yeah, they've been a good thing. Who are you? What are you all about, man? You don't know. Look at the mathematics, man, of what these pricks are taking out of Manchester United. They're destroying and ripping apart the heart and the soul of our club, man. God, Jesus wept. But listen, everyone's got an opinion. The poll should come out in the corner here just while I'm trying to drive as well. Concentration at all time. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Sound like that bird from Norwich. What was her name? Delia Smith. Anyway, getting well off the subject here. As you can see, the poll was convincingly, it was a landslide in favour of no. The Glazers have not been a good thing for United. For every single one that voted on that, fair play. Love United, hate Glazer. This week's poll, and this is an interesting one. This could be close. This is on Ashley Young. Now, Ashley Young, in football terms, bit of a dinosaur. You know, good player, but he's not a left back. Jose Mourinho this week has said, Ashley Young, he's my man for left back next season. I want him to play at least 50 games, which is unbelievable, man. We're Man United, and we're playing with a patched up left and right back. They're not even left and right backs. They're kind of failed wingers in a way. It's a horrible term to use, but probably fitting and right. Anyway, as harsh as that seems, what I want to know is, are you on Jose Mourinho's side? Ashley Young, do we need to replace him? And that can mean buy a new left back, or bring in Luke Shaw, who I think is a brilliant player, has done absolutely nothing wrong, just needs a run in the team. So that would be yes, or no, we stick with Ashley Young for the next couple of seasons. I mean, long term, what is that saying about United using a player, a failed winger of that, at a left back? Now, don't get me wrong, Ashley Young's been really good when called upon in that position. He's done a job, and I get it, he's a Mourinho player, but let's look more long term. If we can get a player in who's defensively as good as he is at getting forward, like Man City did, you know, they identified left and right back, went out, spent a ball of money. We've got the money to do that. There's no excuses for next season. Mourinho has to address problems, and next season there will be the honeymoon period's over. There'll be no excuses. United have to go for it next season, and Mourinho can't be saying, well, I needed to strengthen in the left back and all this. This summer is the time to make them changes and win that league title. So let me know. The poll will be running up here. Little dot with an eye in it. Just click on that fucking thing up there, man. Poll will drop down. Ashley Young, do we stick with him this season? Yes or no? We get somebody else in, which would obviously mean Luke Shaw, or sign somebody else. Thank you, Blitz.
The Big VanCam Debate.
Come on, love. Unbelievable, man. Where's me wave? You let somebody out like that. That was the Big VanCam Debate. Make sure you get involved in the poll. It's your way of casting your opinion. And like I always say, do not sit on the fence. You can't. It's a yes or a no. You know, sitting on the fence is just for people who can't make a decision in life. Grow a set of balls, man. You know what I'm saying. A big set of hairy balls. Anyway, next we will move into the next section of the show. That is a bit called Cockstroker of the Week. I compiled the top 5 this week, and with me in the next clip will be me running down that top 5. Let's get this shit going. Woo!
Cockstroker of the Week.
Fanny face. This is Cockstroker of the Week. This is where we get all people that have just basically been cockstrokers all through the week, put it into a top 5 and find out who takes the Hallow Prize home. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. And straight in at number 5 this week is... it's Jose Mourinho. Why, Kev? Why is the great man in there? Our manager. I'll tell you. Because this week, Jose Mourinho has come out and said that he is counting on Ashley Young next season. What are we doing, man? He's come out and said he thinks he's a better player. Can't disagree with that, but he is like 450 years old. So why are we persisting with playing Ashley Young, who isn't even a left back? At left back. He even said that he's now on 200 appearances. I hope next season he goes into the 250. So he's actually relying on him to play 50 odd games next season. Look at what Man City did. Benjamin Mendy, Kyle Walker win the league. Do you know what I mean? We need that width. Yes, we need the width, but we also need the defensive know-how. And is Ashley Young the man? Like I said, at 457 years old? I don't think so. Number 4. Now, number 4, any United fan will know that when Nike took over, you know, the kit making rights, whatever, you know what I mean. But when they took that over, we had some shit kits. Nike are really boring. They just sort of tweak little things, charge, you know, fans 80 quid or whatever for a shirt. Down with that kind of shit. But this is a funny one because Man City fans have gone mad and Nike are making City's kits. Here's a ball of money, we'll make your kits. It's basically a rip-off of the kit from a couple of years ago. All they've done is put a little button on here. City fans in meltdown going, this is shit. And that's what makes me happy that we have got Adidas and there's no product placement going on here. Nike and Man City, / whatever, take the number 4 spot. Number 3. Number 3 is the West Brom Twitter account, who, when they beat us, actually copied in Man City and tweeted out, "You're welcome, Man City." Because they beat us, we are staying up. They were all singing that at Old Trafford. So fast forward a week and a half or whatever, West Brom get relegated. That's what I'm talking about. And why don't teams like West Brom, you know, you just have to look back. Look at Stoke, Sunderland, 2 shit horse teams who celebrated other teams winning a Premier League over United. Dog does for it. What's happened to them all? You've all gone down. That's what I that's what I call football karma. Number 2. Number 2 is Michael Owen. Now, Michael Owen's been in Cockstroke of the Week loads of times. But if there's one thing that really grinds my axe with Michael Owen is when he tries to be funny. The man is not funny. He's as boring as shit, man. I'd rather stick pins in my eyelids than listen to Michael Owen. Yeah, well, you know, it was a great game. You know, that stupid fucking voice. But anyway, this week, he had a go at a bit of humour. And he copied in... well, it was a picture of him, Ronaldo and Figo. He put, I thought I was putting the pounds on until I saw my old mate Ronnie. Down with that kind of shit. Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, is one of the best players I've ever seen in my lifetime. He was absolutely unbelievable. And if anything, the picture that he posted, I'm sure that Ronaldo's probably looking away going, who is this little scouse prick who's sat in between me and Luis Figo? You know, Michael Owen looks well out of place there. He's not a Real Madrid legend. What's he doing in there anyway? So for that reason, and trying to be funny, which he clearly isn't, just stick to being a boring scouse prick. You are number 2. Okay, now I know that you're thinking, Kev, who has got the number 1 spot? Because Michael Owen, you know, it's going to have to be something special to eclipse that. And oh my word, it is. Number 1 this week, yes, it is to do with Manchester City. And it's to do with their legendary Ivory Coast midfielder, Yaya Toure. Check this out for a quote. Putting Manchester United in the shadow is my greatest Manchester City achievement. Putting us in the shadow. Now take into consideration that Man United have won 20 league titles, and it was only when we overtook Liverpool that we put them in their shadow. So now Manchester City have got a total of 5 league titles. Apparently we're in their shadow. And just to put it into more context, Sunderland, yes, Sunderland, them pricks who did the Poznan and all that shit when United didn't win the league and City did. Oh, bad times. But anyway, they've won 6 league titles. So they've got to overcome Sunderland yet before even getting anywhere near United and overpowering, overshadowing, whatever he said. What a bad bell end. And Yaya Toure, you are the number 1 cockstroker of the week for this week.
You're alright, but your mate's a proper cockstroker.
That was cockstroker of the week. I was just ready to say it's not working anyway. So we will end the show with your comments. Like I say, if you want to drop a like, comment on it, just do that shit, man. You know it makes sense. The first comment come from Bar Cryal, who said, Kev, you ledge, that means legend, said, please give me a shout out on Friday, being laid up with sciatica. Ooh, effing excruciating, but I keep looping repeats of VanCam to get me through. Love the Ashford. Lots of love to you too, mate. Hope you can pull through that. That sounds painful, man. Would not fancy a dose of that. Disco Dave had a dose of something. It sounded very the same. Although I think he got his in Thailand or something. And that could be linked, that. Anyway, Brian Stone said, Guinness, Bath, VanCam, United. Recipe for the perfect Friday. Cheers, Kev, Top Geezer, Brian Stones. Let's crush the South Coast hippies. This was obviously prior to us playing Brighton. God, what a tool you look now, Brian. Let's crush him. They crushed us. What's all that about? When the seagulls follow the trawler, you know, sardines will be thrown into the sea. Oh, they followed the trawler boat and United just went, yeah, have a load of sardines. Dr. Chunky Biscuit said, I'm addicted to cheese, Kev, help me. What kind of a comment's that? Bruce McIntosh said, hope to get a shout out this week. 60th birthday today, mate. So that was a couple of days ago. Happy birthday, you mofo! Yeah. John Vallandingham, who's been inducted into the Hall of Fame, said, Kevin, don't let go of the steering wheel while driving. If we were to lose you and VanCam, my life would be over. Oh, that was last week. Like I say, I'm a professional driver. Split second, I lost control, but regained it anyway. Lewis said, shite performance against Brighton, Kev, bet you're going to vent next week. I kind of did at the beginning, but you know, it's in the past now. And how many times have we had it this season where, you know, 9, 10 players just do not turn up? It's not good enough. It's sure not. Alex Rudd said, as for Fellaini, you will miss the big bush. That's if he goes. I'll give him a piggyback there, man, to the airport. You'll have to find another scapegoat. Maybe Pogba Watch. I'm thinking more Jones Watch or Smalling Watch. Chris Smalling gets on my nipples big time. Not, you know what I mean? He really does. So one week he can score a goal, be defensively all right. Next week, looks like he's had 10 pints the night before, you know, when you used to play Sunday League football and you've got the heebie-jeebies, you know, somebody shouts, man on! And they're nowhere near you, man, nowhere near you. Mark Collins said, great show again, Kev. Keep doing what you are doing, spreading laughs around the world. Mate, I will do that. Ishua James, loving that name, said, oh my God, Kev, got me dying. T-Rex Sterling, funny stuff. You want the impression again? Anyone that's watched Raheem Sterling play football knows that he runs around like this, swinging these arms. Down with that kind of shit. Gert said, hi, I love the Levy references, Fiddlers and Abduls. Abduls is shut. Can't believe it, man. One of my childhood memories. Steve O71 said, happy birthday, Kev. Why? It's not my birthday. 28th of May, mate. It's coming up, but save that. Save the birthday wishes for another few weeks. You're ahead of the game. Premature. Viking Red said, Kev, did you go to Wembley? I didn't. And did you get blasted, mate? I did. And another thing, Kev, I just seen you in Top Gun. You play the Viper. Cheeky bastard. Just somebody else with a tash. Stop Googling good-looking men with tashes, yeah? See what I did there? The Carrick fan said, good show as always, Kev. One thing, though, I didn't know you play for Arsenal. It's Monreal. It's Monreal. Carrick fan, you cheeky bastard. You cheeky bastard. Cheeky twastard. That's a mix between a twat and a bastard. And that's what you are, Carrick fan. Who do you think you are? Coming in at the comments section and giving it the big one. Giving it the Peter Crouch. Giving it the Fellaini. Down with this nonsense. Do you know what? I'm losing the plot here. Do you know what? There's a podcast out there. I'm wrapping up. I swear to God. You get on my tits, Carrick fan. You all do. I love you all. What I will say is there's a podcast out there, the United Stand one. The link's in the description. Paul and Ash do that. Make sure you get onto it. Watch all the old videos if you're bored. Tell a friend. The VanCam thing is in motion. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's Watford at the weekend. I do what I say. John Cox, if you're watching, thank you very much. I've had so many offers. I'm getting ready to belt up because I'm ready to go to the pub. Yeah, I've had so many offers off him of match tickets. On Sunday was no exception. He did say, Kev, I'd love you to come along to the game or whatever with me. Unfortunately, I can't. It's my son's Holy Communion confirmation. One of them things. I don't know. The wife deals with all that shit. But I'll be there, you know, after party and all that. Anyway, thank you very much for the offer of a ticket. And I'm sure, like we agreed, that we'll sort something out for next season. Watford, we go out there, whoever's selected, try and put on a show, man, to get yourself in the FA Cup squad for the week after. I'll be back next week. Make sure you treat everybody the way you want to be treated yourself. You liking that? Oh, I knew you were. I know you are. And for United, tension. Come on, United! Yay! Yeah. I said you love.